Okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Mr. Ed Blair, can you hear me? Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Super. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okie dokie. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful. Incredible, man. This is not good. Okay. You know, it's what it is, man. You know, you want to play with the big boys, you play with the big boys, you know? You're playing with the big boys now. He's playing with the big boys. That's all right, man. There's nothing. It's beautiful, man. He has to, you know, when he does a video, he does a 2-hour video talking about me and Sweet Kid Kino. That's cool. It's all good. But I'm letting you know who he is. You know? I'm letting you guys know who he is. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back once again to the greatest watch market update. In our last watch market update, of 2025. You know, this is our last watch market update of 2025. It has been a pleasant year, you know, giving you guys some kind of knowledge and leeway so you guys won't get fleeced and flim flam by all these hucksters and hoodwinks who were used to doing it to you because you guys did not have anybody that can fend you. But little did they know that you guys have Sweet Kino and myself. And this is our last live stream of 2026. You know, I'm getting ready because tonight, we're gonna drop the ball. You know, we're gonna drop the ball on we're gonna drop the ball on 2025. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna just drop it. You know, it's over. You know, we're gonna go into 2026. And there's a lot of things. There's a whole bunch of things that you guys are going to be able to see in 2026. I'm going to give you a little head start today so you guys can get ready for all that. I ask all of you, you know, from your kind hearts out there, not to forget to give us a thumbs up, you know. The rest, you know, you don't have to do nothing else. Just give us a thumbs up and that's it, you know. We do this for free for you guys, and you guys give us a thumbs up for free. We're doing exchange, you know. We're doing exchange. Okay, guys? So don't forget that. This is a public service watch announcement. We try to bring you truthful things. We try to bring you some kind of humor, you know, to you guys. A lot of you have been recovering tomato cans and have been able to come out from the dark, you know, and see the light, you know. I feel like I'm coming out of character. I want to go back into character. But, you know, we're here to help you guys out. You know, we don't want you guys to continue getting burned, right? Yesterday, I was trying to give you guys a watch market update, but for some reason, we had some trouble in our TV antenna, and we were silenced. You know, we were silenced. You know how that works, you know? Exactly. You know, Mr. D was once blind, but he's now no longer blind because what you see down there is basically it's not a good thing, you know. So I try to give you that watch market update yesterday, but we had some trouble with our studio and our TV tower antenna, and so the show went silence. But I'm back to give you my final. It was going to be yesterday final, but you know, I said I couldn't do it for whatever reason. I couldn't do it, you know. I couldn't do it because of that. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are being, I don't know if you guys know this, but you guys, we have something that's very, very powerful that's, you know, has come out in the last year, and that is AI. And you what you're seeing out there with these different watch channels doing content, you know, fake sales, fake buys, fake people in the videos. You guys got to get prepared for that, because what they're doing to you guys with AI is unbelievable. You know, AI is something that's gonna be great, but I also believe that it's gonna destroy humanity in one way or the other. That's just my personal opinion. You guys have yours, and I respect it, whatever it is that you guys have, you know, in mind. But that AI is fooling so many people that it is unbelievable. And I'm telling you, if a person that's sitting behind a desk without no kind of preparation of doing these videos on AI, just imagine what the United States, United States IAC can do to you, you know? Imagine what the United States IAC can do to you, you know? I mean, these are just young kids, you know, doing these AI, videos of watches, you know, of people making a big long line, selling 75 watches in a day. And it's unbelievable, because people that don't know about AI, there's a lot of people that they don't know about AI, and they're getting fleeced and flim-flam. So you guys got to get ready for that. AI is attacking all of us, but you guys, again, are lucky that you have me here to let you know what they're doing with watch content. They're using AI to get you even more taken. Papi, I told you this, and I'll keep on telling you, man. Listen, there's a lot of people that comes from different fields, different professions, and they have been pinched. They have been, they have been taken, by the law, and they have made a crossover to this business, the watch business, which is a very simple business to, to flim flam you, fleece you, and and hoodwink you. So just to let you know. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you guys know of a gentleman that they call him the watch the regulator, watch the regulator, watch the regulator, put the words together and you get it, okay? And ladies and gentlemen, in 2026, I'm sorry to break this back to you guys, but I have to. We're going to be talking about changing, changing, ladies and gentlemen. And what they're saying, ladies and gentlemen out there, they are coming out. People are coming out with videos recording from factories of watches, cases being produced, dials being produced, hand stacks being produced of any luxury watch brand. Okay, we're gonna keep any watch luxury, watch brand from changing. They're producing dials, they're producing everything over there. And I want you to know we got some information and I'm gonna share it with you, And I'm telling you, this is from every luxury watch company, they depend. They depend. Exactly. There he is, Papi. That's Sweet Kick Kino and me. Sweet Kick Kino and me. Right there. You see that Jackie, that's me. And the guy with the, with the raccoon, the raccoon lounge, that's Sweet Kick Kino. We're big fans of that show, unbelievable but true. But ladies and gentlemen, you guys got to get ready because, there was a watch expert and the raccoon lounge. There was a watch expert that, he worked over there for those luxury watch brands, and he blew the whistle. And for him blowing the whistle, he got dismissed. He got fired. He got fired. And they're saying that, only 60% of the watch has to be built over there, in the Swiss Alps, over there, Geneva, I don't know, over there. 60%. I say even less than that. Those people do it for less. Maybe at 25% and the rest 75 from Xinjiang, And this is what's going to happen in 2026. I believe that I was one of the first to talk about, watches being built in Xinjiang. Not this year, 3 years ago. But, ustedes son unos lambones y palomos that you believe whatever they tell you. But this expert that worked, he got fired. Then there was a gentleman that he was, I believe he was management for one of the boutiques, one of those luxury boutiques that you guys like to buy from. And he said these words, ladies and gentlemen, and you don't ask me how I know, but I know. That's none of your business how I know. Your business is to find out later on. Saludo, papá. Saludos to you. Thank you very much. You tell them like it is. You tell them like it is. I told you many years ago, I say many years already, But this person that worked, he was like management. He said, ladies and gentlemen, and I quote what he says. He says that you're better off. These are his words. You're better off buying a clone than buying the real thing. It's flawless what's coming out. He said that. I didn't say that. He said that. And I heard it, and so did Sweet Kick Kino. Sweet Kick Kino's not here today with me. I know you agree with me, Papi. I know you agree with me. Because Sweet Kick Kino last time he went out and he got drunk as a skunk. A skunk. I say things the way they are. You understand what I'm trying to say? It is what it is. It's something that you have to get prepared so you don't fall in the trap. They're saying that, all those luxury watch brands, Patek, you understand me? AP, Rolex, the king of watches, the king of watches, So you got to watch it. You even now have to deal with the with the human, testicle. You also have to deal with the human testicle, so you have to watch it. You know who the human testicle is, ladies and gentlemen? Does anybody out there know who the human testicle is? You have to deal with that person too. And we're going to bring him into the light. We're going to bring him. We're going to make him famous. Real famous. We're going to make him in this channel. There you go. I didn't say it. You guys know his name. But we're going to make him famous. So you have to watch out with all this. Management is saying that you're better off buying a clone than buying the real watch. Because the watches that they're making over there in Xinjiang, let me tell you, they're telling me this is spotless. They make it to the T. Esto se jodió. And I'm telling you, they try to keep it quiet for too long, but you have many people getting involved, getting involved. You understand what I'm saying? You got right now, ladies and gentlemen, you got penny stock. He's here right now, penny stock, the human testicle is here right now in our life. He's the penny. You're looking for right there. You see right there? This is the guy we're gonna clobber. We're gonna finish him off. He doesn't know that we're gonna finish him off. He doesn't have an idea what's coming his way. He's a cockroach. These are the people that I would take, back then in my time, and I would frog them until they love me, because that's what this guy is. He's a gonorrhea. He's a syphilis. He's a pus in the corner of my nail. You understand me? So watch out with this person. He's here, and you must defend yourself on this guy. You must defend yourself on this gonorrhea. When he swallows flame. I don't know what he has in his throat. I don't know what he does, when he walks around the streets, but he swallows some heavy stuff, fluid. Fluid amarillo, yellow fluid. You know what I'm trying to say? It's an infection. But ladies and gentlemen, you need to get prepared for 2026 because watches from Xinjiang, they're coming out with secret videos of them recording all these cases, all these bracelets, all these hand stacks. They're coming from over there, papi. Come on, you're gonna tell me que lo viejito eso. What was the name of the old man in Pinocchio? Jeopardy, I don't know what was his name. You think these people have the capacity to make, these people are making like 3 million watches a year. You understand? 3 million watches a year. You think these people can do that? These people can't do that over there. They need help from Xinjiang, and they have video recordings of all these people producing different parts of watches. I'm talking about any watch brand, all right, guys? Any watch brand. So don't forget that. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you, because yesterday I got interrupted by the thunder lightning. You have this man who I call Eugene, a.k.a. Jacob McChicken. He was shut down by the SEC. Some of you don't know who the SEC is, and that's fine that you don't know who the SEC is. That's fine. But you need to be careful with this person. This person is, you have to see the video that a gentleman did about this man. It's unbelievable. It is in our platform, our private watch group, so you can see what they talk about this man. You want to see a con artist? This man is a con artist, a total con man. He makes little books. He says he wrote a book, How to Become a Millionaire Selling Penny Stocks. Don't fall for this guy. This guy is a cockroach. This guy es una gonorrea completamente. To you people out there buying watches from this tick in my anus, you got to be careful with him. You got to be very, very careful. This is a very small man, petite man. This man looks like he's very lonely. He walks the streets. I don't think he has family or wife or nothing, It's a very lonely man, Like he says in the video, he's a lonely man walking around. So you got to watch out with this man. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch it. This is a very feminine man. You know, bien femenino. He's a very feminine man, but tricky. He reminds me of Philip Morris, you know, with what's his name, Jim Carrey. You know, that kind of man. That's who he reminds me of. So you got to watch it with this man. Be careful with your children's tuition money. He's right now, I have him going crazy. You know, he couldn't believe that I exposed the way I exposed them. You know, papi, ¿te gustó como te dice? Papá, mira, para el joyete tuyo, papi. Remember, this guy looks like a human testicle. A human testicle. Una persona fea. Fea, fea. I'm gonna show you one of my testicles right now for you, Eugene. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. I told you that I was going to bring him out. He's going to have to say his story that he is exactly like all those flim flammers, you know, like trucking, sweat stained hat with jumbo whiteout ears, prune face. You understand me? Deputy boxing black eyes. He's one of them. He's just like them. But I got him, Papi. I brought him to you guys so you guys could, you know, take care of him now. From here on, you'll take care of him now. You're going to expose him all over the place. You're going to expose this man. You're going to put down all his paperwork because, the SEC is the police from what he did. But they took off his license y pa' fuera, papi, a escribir librito, you know, little colorful books he was writing now. He's done. He's done, papi. Lo tengo loco. Ya lo vi loco, ya lo saqué de su cabal. I took him out of his, de la chola, lo saqué. Completamente. You know it. The stock market police got him, bro. In I forgot what year it was, but it was in 19. You know? Do you understand me? So you got to be very careful with this man. He's a human testicle. A man that doesn't have family, no wife, no children. He laughs at middle-class people. He laughs at all you people. He thinks he's a dreamer. You know what a dreamer is? A sick person is a dreamer. He's a dreamer, complete dreamer. He hangs around with a Bentley from 2003, very, very dusty looking. He takes his tires to get fixed in Overtown. You know what Overtown is, Papi? Overtown. Google it if you don't know what Overtown is. But I'm not going to let this cockroach. I'm not going to let this cockroach get any of you. Now why I'm here. I'll get him every day. Every day, papi. Te voy a dar duro por ese joyete. Duro te voy a dar. Duro. I'm going to have fun with you. Fun with you. But look at the video that I have from this guy and our platform. I didn't make the video. Somebody put it there and I leave it there so you guys can see it. So you can see what you're dealing with. When you see who this guy is, for real, you go, wow. And you people are giving watches to this cockroach. A esta rata. Es una rata. He's a sewer rat, with rabies. A sewer rat. But I'm happy he's here so I can keep on destroying him. Más nada. He talks about ugly things, man, the whole day. He just talks and talks, I live in his head. I live for free. Right? He does a 3-hour video and he talks about Kino and me for 3 hours. And I love it, papi. I love it, papá. Mira. Pa ti, papá. Penetración. I have 8 for you. Anyway, guys, so I'm telling you, watch it with this character. This character is no good. No good. Jacob McChicken. The SEC shut you down. No more license for you. That's right. They're on to you. Anyway, guys, I'm going to give you a watch market update so you guys can continue your day. I'm telling you, 2026 is going to be big things happening. I'm telling you, big things happening. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about the AP code 1159. 1159, the Star Wheel, 15212NB white gold, 41 millimeter. Retail price is $59,000. Don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want, but don't pay for that watch more than $46,000. Don't pay more than $46,000. You do whatever you want. And dropping, as you know it. And dropping. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is an AP Cold 1159. Aventurin. You know? Aventurin. Self-winding. Flying tourbillon. Retail price is $150,000. Excuse me, $130,000. $130,000. White gold, 41 millimeter, reference number 26396 BC. Don't pay for that watch, and you do whatever you want. You do whatever you want, but don't pay. Don't pay. You know it, papi. You know it, Alex. Tú lo sabes. Ese tipo, he sleeps with me. I sleep here in his head. He doesn't know that I'm like Freddy Krueger, you know? He's going to dream about me every single day. Lo saqué, lo volví loco. I have him crazy now, making 20 videos a day. 20 videos a day. Te terminé, papi. Te terminé. Don't pay for the Flying Tourbillon, which is a beautiful watch, ladies and gentlemen. White gold. Beautiful, beautiful. Aventurin Blue Dial. Don't pay. Thank you, Papa. Happy anniversary. Happy New Year to you too, Papa. Happy New Year, Alex. Don't pay for that watch more than $74,000. You do whatever you want. And it's dropping, Papi. That watch is dropping. Tourbillon, papiso. White gold, papiso. Our next watch is an AP Code 1159 Chrono. Self-winding. Pink gold, 26393 OR. 41 millimeter. Ladies and gentlemen, the retail price of that watch is $52,200. $52,200. That's what it is, papi. Don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. Don't pay for that watch more than $22,500. And don't do it. Don't do it. No. Don't give your money away, papi. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Papi, the guy copies every single word I say. Si digo gonorrea, él dice gonorrea. Si digo mojón, dice mojón. If I say human testicle, he'll say human testicle. Sorry, Eugene, but you do look like a human testicle, bro. Feo con cojones. Eres feo con cojones. Ladies and gentlemen, don't pay for that watch. Pink gold, 26393 OR, 41 millimeter. Don't pay more than $23,000. You do whatever you want. That's your AP Code 1159. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you a watch here that you don't pay attention. This is the AP Royal Oak Rose Gold Smoke Blue Ombre. Reference number 26730 OR, 41 millimeter. Unbelievable time machine, ladies and gentlemen. Tourbillon, flying tourbillon. Understand? Flying tourbillon, volando, volando por todos lados. Unbelievable time machine, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I say things the way they are. Unbelievable, rose gold. Watch was all the way up there, $450,000. The Flying Tourbillon, papi. Does anybody know what I'm going to tell you not to pay for that watch? You want to hear the retail price of that watch? I feel, you know, like giving today. I want to give you guys the retail price of that watch. He tries to be one. You know it, Bobby. That's when you know you're a bullshit artist. That's when you know you're a bullshit artist, when you're imitating someone the whole day. He doesn't have a personality. This guy cannot pick up a hole. Not a hole in the street, a hole in the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Flying Tourbillon, and the retail price of this watch is $216,840. Very creepy, Poppy, very creepy. The way he swallows, I don't know what he has, bro, but he swallows some kind of shit, man, that it's like, ugh, I don't know what it is. But take care of that, Eugene. No good. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. 26730 OR. Retail price, $216,840. Come on, somebody tell me what I'm going to tell you to pay for that watch. It was at the $500,000 range in that Corona era, you know? You know, the Corona beer era. In the Corona beer era, it was at that price. Take it easy, Mr. Blair. Take it easy. I love all of you guys. Don't pay for that watch since nobody knows. Don't pay for that watch more than $202,000 and $2,000 and dropping faster than Bill Clinton's pants in an Arkansas farmhouse. Okay? You understand what I'm trying to say? Here it goes. Our next watch, ladies and gentlemen, is a Rolex stainless steel Yachtmaster Blue Dial 40mm, reference number 126622. Retail price is $12,500. Don't pay for that watch more than $11,400. You do whatever you want. It's your money. Papi, como te tengo, papá. Estás enamorado de mí. Tú estás enamorado. Tú quieres que yo te empuje 8 pulgadas. 8. Que te empuje para adentro. 8. You want 8 deep. Mira. Deep. You want 8 deep. Tú lo pides. You're going to ask for it. You're going to ask for it. And, you know the guy, Uncle Johnny, Eddie Monster with the funeral curtains. Before you get there, you're going to ask for it, papi. If you haven't asked for it still. It's nothing wrong if you like that. Eso no es nada malo. Cada cabeza es un mundo. Every head is a different world. Eso es lo que hay. Don't pay for that watch, what I told you for that blue dial. Don't pay more than $11,200. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want, papi. You do whatever you want. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you a Rolex Titanium. I spoke to you about this watch a couple of days ago. Rolex Titanium 42mm, black ceramic, black dial, reference number 226627, retail price $15,250. Don't pay for that watch. Don't pay. Coño, that wasn't nice. Come to our own. Don't pay for that watch. Eugene, a.k.a. the SEC is looking for you. They shut you down, papi. Eres un delincuente. Eres un delincuente, papá. You're a delinquent. You're worse than Kino. The human testicle. Oh, my God. The human testicle. Don't pay for that titanium. Don't pay for it more than $21,800. $21,800. Papi, and it's going to drop more than that, right? Don't be scared. It's just money you're going to lose. It's just money you're going to lose. That's all. Ladies and gentlemen, I have here for you guys a Ulysses Nardin Blast X Magma. You know, the Blast X Magma. Reference number 3713-260, 42mm. You know, it has a futuristic colors on it, Futuristic, and it has a retail price of $29,900. Don't pay for that watch. Don't pay for that watch. He likes it, Papa. I'm telling you, he like that. He takes it there. He goes that way. I know it for sure. He roams the streets too much, all by himself, every day. I mean, if you have a wife, what wife is going to take that? Like, what is this guy doing? Scary. Looking for bars, chasing. Chasing, skid mark underwears. Yeah, skid mark underwears. What did Mr. Blair say for the titanium? Okay, 18.5, okay? Okay. Mr. Small Hands, Small Feet. Pretty soon he's going to be in there. In downtown LA, downtown LA. This Ulysses Nardin, the Blast X Magma, futuristic. Retail price $29,800. Don't pay for that watch, whatever they tell you. Don't pay more than $13,200. You do whatever you want. Papi, this is the #1 watch market update show in the world. There's nobody better than us. They try to imitate us, we have cheap knockoffs from the real thing. Cheap knockoffs. But they can never be us. Now when you look like a human testicle, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wow. Fleece on that one. Okay. So you got to be careful. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is a Rolex Date. Rolex Date. You know, slate ombre dial, 40 millimeter. Reference number 228235, rose gold. Retail price is $47,500. And ladies and gentlemen, do yourself a favor. Does anybody know, Mr. Blair, what price am I going to tell you about this slate ombre? You know, what price? What price am I going to tell you? What price? Anybody know? I don't know. Okay. Don't pay for that watch more than $51,500 and done. Okay? Done. Done again. Okay? No sean pendejos, no sean lambones. No sean lambones. We got them already. We already got them. We exposed them already. We exposed them. We exposed them. We exposed them already. The human testicle has been exposed. Everybody now knows his name. Eugene, the human testicle, a.k.a. Jacob McChicken. The SEC shut you down. Papi, better watch it. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is a Rolex date, white gold, 40 millimeter, meteorite dial. Meteorite dial. You know, diamond bezel. Unbelievable watch. Reference number 228349, RBR. Like Arby's, you know, RBR. Unbelievable watch. Unbelievable. This watch at one moment, the retail price was $69,000. No, was $69,000. $69,000. Then it went up to $73,000. Don't pay for that watch more than $67,000. Don't pay more than that. You pay more than that, eres un lambón. You know what meteorite dial and diamond bezel equals? This. Deep. Real strong inside. Real inside. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is? 22 organic watch channel subscribers and a couple of spookers and only 10 thumbs up. No joda. No comas mierda. No comas mierda. No comas mierda. Ladies and gentlemen, please, la situación está jodida. There's no more money out there. There's no more money, papi. No hay dinero por la calle, papá. No sean pendejos. Go skiing with your family. Take him in a skiing trip. You know, go somewhere. Go to Aspen. You know, go to the, I don't know, wherever you like to go. You know, go to Utah. Stop giving your money to these people. Papi, I'm the only channel doing this task. You don't know that? I'm the only channel doing this task. Nobody will dare to do what I do. You know how many people out there got flim-flammed and fleeced and hoodwinked by those hucksters? Man, all of you, man, gave your money away to these people, man. You know, these people están jodidos, bro. Están jodidos. They don't even make videos no more. They can't make no more videos. There's nothing to make videos on. There's nothing. Now you got the human testicle selling ellipse, you know, Patek Philippe. He's saying that the watch is going to go to $100,000. Ay, mamá mía, señor mío. Pero como usted cae en esta porquería. No coman mierda. No coman mierda. No. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is a Richard Mille RM6501 rose gold with carbon, the sandwich. You know the sandwich. It has rose gold layer 1, sandwich layer 2, and rose gold in the bottom. You know? And ladies and gentlemen, this watch at one moment, I have made many videos on this watch on Bitcoin millionaires, you know? They made millions of dollars and that's the watch they bought. Eran tan estúpido que that's the one they bought. They should have bought the fully rose gold one with the pushers and rose gold. All the side pushers, front, whatever. But they bought this one, the sandwich. Carbon and rose gold and rose gold. And that watch was being sold for $735,000. And they were driving around their red gold fast car, their green M&M color gold fast car, orange gold fast car, you know? M&M blue, and they had that Richard Mille. Ladies and gentlemen, I know a gentleman that bought that watch for $700 and something thousand dollars, and when he lost every cent he made in that the Bitcoin thing, he was trying to get rid of it from the people he bought it. He bought it from the Hindu. You know the Hindus? The Hindus. You know the guys, those Indian gentlemen, they sell Richard Mille. They all have hairs with, tape haircuts with logos on their hair. You know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you that watch, he was able to get rid of it at that time for $335,000. From 700 and change through 335. They were whoring that watch. It was like a whore, all over town, that watch. And exactly. Well said, my brother. Creative, very well said. Imagine you would have spent it $700,000 in gold. And ladies and gentlemen, he got rid for $335. And I'm going to tell you today, because I'm stupid like that, don't pay for that watch. You ready for this? Don't pay for that watch more than $251,000. 251, and dropping faster than Bill Clinton's pants. Richard Mille watches are dead. Dead in a backyard pool and floating face down like this. Dead. Mr. Wicked, thank you very much for that contribution. Super chat. Thank you, chat. It means a whole lot to me. You don't understand. It means a whole lot to me on this last show of 2026. You know what I'm trying to say. Thank you very much, Mr. Wicked, for supporting the channel. That means that you still want me around, and I'm going to stick around for you guys, all right? You know what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is of Vacheron Constantin, the historic 222. Unbelievable, 37 millimeter blue dial. Unbelievable. It has the year 270 on stamp, on this watch. Unbelievable, this watch. 4200H/222/B934. Retail price is $33,300. That's right. Don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want. Do you know what the historic is? The historic Vacheron Constantin? You know what it is? The 222? Does anybody know what that watch is? It's a beautiful watch. It's just very petite. It's for very small, silky hands. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. No. Nothing wrong with that. Un tipo, tú sabes. You know what it is. But don't pay. Don't pay for that watch. And I mean this. They're decent watches. Yes, they are. But no, let me tell you, no. With all due respect, Wicked, they're more than decent. They're unbelievable. I think Vacheron Constantin, and maybe, you guys are not going to agree with me, and that's fine. I don't expect you guys to agree with me. But Vacheron Constantin is in the top, I'm going to just say it, I think it's top 3 material watch factory. That's the truth. I mean, I think they make tremendous. Well, you're very welcome. I'm happy you did learn. Yeah. So that was just my opinion, what I believe. I believe they're there in the top. I'm going to make it simple then. Top 5. They're in the top 5. That's it. They're a monster, Yeah. And I'm telling you, right now you can find, their watches. Listen, they have a 5500, not the 5520. It's a 5500 with a blue dial chronograph. Man, they're out there, for 23,000, $23,000. You can find that watch. That's an unbelievable watch. You put that watch on and you walk through the Malibu pier, Malibu, por allá, the pier, Malibu, and the mommies throw you their panties full of shit, but they throw them at you, You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You're saying, Mr. Donut, 45,000 for the historic? That's what you're saying? 45,000 for the historic? It's the truth, Mr. Wicked. It's the truth. You know, la panty cagada. Yes, stainless steel. Stainless steel, yeah. Was that the price you said, 45? I'm going to reward you. Tell me. Yeah, okay. Don't pay for that watch more than $43,500. You're right, Papi. You're right. Good for you, Mr. Donut. You're on point. The watch market is dead, ladies and gentlemen. Get it through your head. The watch market is dead. It's never going to come back to the time where people would sit down in their Bentley. You know, like this guy, you know, the human testicle that has a dusty old Bentley, you know, with wheels being recapped in Overtown. Come on, guys. It's never going to happen again. It's never going to happen. Okay? It's never going to happen. And ladies and gentlemen, we have this one now. Let's see where you guys are for real. This is the Vacheron Constantin 222 historic 37 millimeter 4200H 2222 JB935 in yellow 18 karat gold. I told you the stainless steel and now the yellow gold. The retail price of that yellow gold historic, ladies and gentlemen, is $77,000. 77000. Wow. Who put 60 again? Nah, Mr. Donut, you're cheating, man. Mr. Donut's cheating. Mr. Donut's cheating, ladies and gentlemen. You're too good, Mr. Donut. You know, I respect you. You're unbelievable. I know you're not, Poppy. It was just a joke. I'm sorry. Sorry, it was a joke. Don't pay for that watch. Mr. Donut says $60,000, and he knows his watches, and this is why anybody out there in the audience that needs to go buy a watch, you should take Mr. Donut along with you because he's going to give you numbers, you know, something similar to mine. You know, he's a note taker. Absolutely. Don't pay for that watch. Here he goes. Watch this, Mr. Donut. Don't pay more than $59,500. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, but true. And ladies and gentlemen, we have something here for you special. For all you Rolex fans, this is the Rolex Sky Dweller Oyster Flex 42 millimeter with a green dial. Reference number 336238 with a retail price of $47,100. Remember, this is yellow gold. The casing is yellow gold. The casing is this. The casing is yellow gold. And it has an Oyster Flex, you know, a rubber strap. Okay, 47,100. Yes, the green dial. John Player Special. Attaboy. And ladies and gentlemen, that watch, when it was first released, they were asking, coño, even Wicked wants to get involved in this game because I'm going to have to show Wicked the number for real so he can see this, what he wrote down. He wrote down $48,000. Let me make sure. He wrote down $48,000. And that watch at one moment when it was first released, they were up there, you know, 65, 67. They were going crazy with this watch. 46, Mr. Donut. You know, it was crazy with this watch. Crazy, you know, with the green dial. And ladies and gentlemen, when I see people that, you know, like Mr. Wicked saying 48, it makes me happy. Me da felicidad. You know, it gets me really happy, you know. People got fleeced, papi. You see, that's what happens when they don't open the door to this. You know what they get? They get fleeced. They get fleeced. Because if they will see me, they will hold on. Papi, I'm going to tell you something, and this is Scout's honor truth, man. You don't know how many people have gone to dealers. Listen to me. I watch a gentleman by the name of Juan Felipe Nieves from Opusntime Watches, and he says these prices, and believe me, I believe the prices that he tells me. And they argue with that dealer, you know, backpacker, you know, crumb bum, sandbag, window licker, cow tipper, possum kicker. And ladies and gentlemen, maybe they don't get the exact number that I said, but it's probably off on $300 or $400. $500 to make it more simple for you. So you argue with this clip, and you take it to them. This gentleman just finished saying $48,000 Wicked. And I'm going to tell you the retail price is on that watch is $47,100. That's the retail price. And I'm going to tell you, don't pay for that watch. Here it goes. Don't pay for that watch more than $47,000. Papi, and it's dropping faster than Billy Boy's pants in an Arkansas farmhouse. Dropping, you know? Give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know, you guys are not like us. They're not like us. They're not like us. You got to stop giving it away. They're not like us. Papi, this is the #1 watch market update chosen by no other than Fudinki and also Sachs Goldman. I mean, you do whatever you want, ladies and gentlemen. You do whatever you want. That watch is losing money, bro. There you go. When I hear people like that say that watch is losing money, get away from it. Dump it. Dump it already. Eso no sirve. Boten esa porquería. Boten, boten. Boten. Throw away the human testicle. Throw it away. Throw away the human testicle. Throw it away. Throw it away. Ladies and gentlemen, here's another watch for you. It's a Rolex stainless steel Yachtmaster rhodium dial with a blue hand. Reference number 126622. Unbelievable. Retail price is $12,500. Don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want. Don't pay for that watch more than $11,800. You do whatever you want. And ladies and gentlemen, this is my last watch market update of the year 2020-25. The last one. And I want to tell all of you that it has been an honor for me to serve you guys for free this whole year, for free. You know, for free, not selling your watch, not buying your watch, not flim-flamming you, none of that stuff. No storylines, you know, not selling you any, any pennies, no pennies, not selling you any, any booklets, pamphlets. No. All for free. It's been an honor for me, on behalf of me and sweet kid Kino. Like I told you, Kino está borracho como una puerca. Se emborrachó. Last night, he drank too much of that moonshine that we make, us Puerto Ricans. Y se jodió todo, But again, I want to thank all of you for supporting the channel just by being here. To all of you, I want to send all of you lots of peace and happiness on the year 2026. Lots of health to all of you from the bottom of my heart. Mucha salud, lots of health. The rest is a fantasy. What you need here is health. Because, we don't sell here fantasies and we don't buy fantasies in this channel. So we're going to tell you the truth. This is what I have, my wishes for all of you. Mucha salud, lots of health. All right, guys? And this is my last watch market update. It's a Rolex GMT Batman with an oyster bracelet, 40 millimeter. This is an old reference, 116710 from 2017, 18, 16. All right, guys? And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, don't get confused. This is an oyster bracelet. And let me tell you, this watch is dropping faster than Billy Boy's pants in an Arkansas farmhouse as well. We have 17, we have 11,000 and 11,000. You see, yo tengo gente que son brillantes, papi. Don't pay for that beautiful Rolex stainless steel GMT Batman, beautiful watch. Don't pay for that watch more. Don't pay more than 11,000. You do whatever you want. But don't pay more than $11,300 and dropping. The watch market is dead. On behalf of me and Sweet Kid Kino, we want to say thank you so much for letting me spend time with you in your living room, in your office, in your house, wherever it should be at, in your bathroom, wherever it is. Thank you for giving me that little space that you guys have given me this last year. Un abrazo y un beso a todos ustedes. That means a big embrace and a kiss. Sin ningún tipo de, you know what I'm trying to say. Lo quiero mucho. Salud. Dance a lot tonight and blow. Happy New Year, guys. Take care. Take care and brush your hair. Happy New Year. Bye-bye, guys.